DAIKIN wireless remote controller, setting the time and the weekly schedule. So to set the time, we have the time button. We press the time button, the day flashes, and we use the select button up and down in order to select dates. So we will keep it on Friday as we are on Friday. If we press now the time once again, just the time will flash, and all we need to do is to set the time. So we can go up and down to set the time, and the time is 15:12, so we'll keep it as it is. You press the time once again, and now nothing is flashing, and the time is 3:12 on Friday. The time remains. Weekly timer. So first of all, to activate, to work with a weekly timer or not, is this weekly button. At the moment, there's no timer settings, so it's not going to show on the screen. When we'll have timer set, it will show here on the screen. Now, to set timers, we use a diamond button. So you enter the diamond button, and you can see Friday, timer number 1. We have 4 timers available for each day, and which means that you can do one action 4 times. So you can do on, off, or any other combination you like. You can do just 4 ons and the off will be manually. Or if you switch the aircon on manually and you just wanted to switch a few times a day off, if people switch it manually on, then you can set just 4 offs. That's up to you. We have 4 settings a day, and we can scroll between them. Once we're in timer, we can scroll between them with this button. So what we do is timer number 1 on Friday, number 2, number 3, number 4, and so on Saturday, 4, and Sunday, and every day will be the same. So we will go back to set now Friday. So we want to set timer number 1 of Friday. So once again, to enter the timer, we use this button, and to exit, we use this button, the setting of the timer. So if I press this one off, I'm just off, press it again, I'm back into the setting number 1. Now I'm going to choose setting number 1, and I press next. Now I have 3 options. I have on, an on time to set, or off time to set, or if I press again, it's going to be no setting for that timer. So we want to set a timer for it. We want to set it to go on, and we'll press next, and now we'll get the time to set. So we have it on 11:30. Let's say, just for the idea, we want it to go on at 12 o'clock. Then we do next. And now we set the time, a temperature, what temperature we want it to go on to. So let's say we want it to go on to 22 degrees, and you press next. Now we move to timer number 2. We can just leave the timer, press over here, and we're done. Or we can set the off, for example. So we'll say timer number 2, and that will be off. So we press up twice till we reach off, and then we do next, and we'll set the time we want it to go off. So let's say we want it to go off at 1 o'clock, and we press next, and now we're in timer number 3. So let's assume we finished setting the timers. We don't want to set any more timers. We'll press the diamond button. And here we go. Now we see the weekly, because we have timer set, we see the weekly sign. It's going to work according to the weekly timer. If we do not want the weekly timer to operate, we don't need to delete it. We just switch it off from here or back on. And you can see it goes on or off. So very simple how to set the timers. You want to go through your timers again. You just go into timer, and with a select, you can go up and down between your different timers. So as we can see, we have here a timer for Friday morning at 12 o'clock, and then at 13, the timer will switch the unit off. Now, one very important thing to remember, we will leave the timer now. One very important thing to remember, when you press the weekly and you activate the timer, there's a small signal over here of the transmission signal. Have a look over here when I press again. So I press the weekly, and you see it flashes over here for a few seconds, the transmission signal. So we need to point it to the air conditioning. We need to point the remote controller to the air conditioner, press a button, and the air conditioner will reply with a beep to let us know it received the signal. So on or off, and that is the setting of a weekly timer.